Around this time, scandals around same-sex relations between men were popular, an example being the Cleveland Street scandal, where at 19 Cleveland Street in 1889 the police raided a brothel. Here they found young men working officially as telegraph workers, but were also employed as sex workers for wealthy male clientele, including the Earl of Euston and Lord Arthur Somerset.
This is where we get one of the most well-rounded and studied stories of a man who worked as a male prostitute, rent boy, or as he described, a professional Mary Ann. His name was John Saul, although he often went by the name of Dublin Jack. Born in a slum in Dublin, John moved to London and would, in his own words, occasionally do odd jobs for different gay people. John rose to infamy when he testified in the case of the Cleveland Street scandal as one of the male sex workers found to be providing services for wealthy, respectable men. Many were shocked at his unapologetic and lurid detailing of what took place. When asked about his relationship with the London police force, "Do you mean that they had deliberately shut their eyes to your infamous practices?" he responded, "They've had to shut their eyes to more than me," which outlines the scale of male prostitution in mid to late 1800s London.
Someone who would, as an adult, choose this line of work. This went against the usual argument that rent boys are entirely made up of young men who had been persuaded into the profession by wicked, lecherous older guys.
John supposedly also helped pen a scandalous set of erotic memoirs known as The Sins of the Cities of the Plain, although how much was directly written or dictated by John is conjecture. In this, there is a description of John having a female-gendered identity known as Eva Lena and engaging in a mock marriage.
We don't have the written story of any of the queer people that use the tunnel for work, pleasure, or to socialise in private, but a contemporary story like John gives us an insight into the kinds of people living and working here in this tunnel.